Hi, everybody. The AS9100 audit seems to be off to a good start. We got a lot accomplished today. We started off with our opening meeting, and then Steve Bennett and I took the auditor, Andy Bravo, out on a tour. He was pretty impressed with the amount of improvements and investments that were made in the shop and everything he's seeing different from what it was a year ago now when he was in. And then Steve covered with him leadership, internal audits, management review, corrective actions, and then had the sales team come on and cover customer MFA. So far, so good, no findings. He's been pretty impressed with what he's seen. Big kudos to Steve and Steve for all of the pre-work they did with getting him all the documents ahead of time and walking him through everything that we've done. And big kudos to them as well for coming up with a process to be able to not have to cancel this audit. As much as I know people would like to have had it canceled, it proves a lot to the auditors that we are able to still function amongst this amidst this pandemic. So thank you for everybody who participated remotely, and we're gonna keep at it. Next couple of days are going to be very aggressive in looking at a lot more details. On the clock tomorrow, for sure, is sales and supply chain, and most likely we'll get into HR and skills and training and everything like that. The sales team has already been given their action items and what to prepare for tomorrow morning, and Steve are working on getting the action items out to purchasing as well. So let's stay focused, let's stay on it, and let's continue to get Andy what he needs on an ongoing basis so we can get through the audit successfully and with minimal opportunities for improvement or findings. We know we've got a lot of work to do. We know we've seen a lot of things that we still need to improve. But so far, from an audit perspective, all things are going well. Update on testing. So everybody on first shift that had gotten their forms in, all the samples have been collected and packaged up and ready for pickup by FedEx. And we'll get the second shift team all tested. Everybody that got their forms in, they'll get tested today at 3:30, and we'll get that right out to FedEx and start having those results come back. We've already, for those of us that got tested on Monday, we've already started to get our results back, so the process seems to be working. The information flow is good, and all things are moving in the right direction. So excited about getting through this process as well. Stay diligent, stay focused. As the president and certain governors start talking about opening up the economy, that doesn't mean that we are ready for it. And there's still a tremendous amount of focus we need to have on social distancing and face coverings and being careful. I don't know if some of you saw today, Governor Cuomo signed an executive order for New York mandating face coverings outside. So usually what New York does, Connecticut's not far behind. So I wouldn't, I know we've been encouraging everybody to wear the masks that we have, or having face coverings at home. So I wouldn't be surprised if Connecticut's following. So please, now that, especially as people are starting to talk about how the curve is starting to be flattened, especially in some areas, sometimes that gives people a false sense of hope and comfort and start doing things that we shouldn't be doing. So this is the time I want everybody to stay as diligent, if not even more diligent. We want to be able to come back to work full force and be able to come back stronger than we were before. So stay focused, stay diligent, and following my segment here is a nice little update from Rich. Have a great day.
Hi everyone. Hope this finds you well and safe. Hope you had a great Easter holiday weekend. I'm sure it was a lot different than they used to with the social distancing. It certainly was for my family. We got a pretty large family. I'm one of 7 kids and 15 grandchildren and another half dozen great-grandchildren. But it was a different celebration, but we were able to do it through social media and able to see the faces and made the best of it, and hope you did as well. It's the end of a long day today. I'm sitting in my, what I'll call my smoking lounge, although I don't normally have a cigar until after dinner, but I do have my single malt scotch, enjoying my rocking chair on the back porch. We moved to this home just under a year ago, built it, kind of a one story for us old folks so we don't have to climb stairs. It was built in what used to be a cornfield, tobacco field, and so it's all wide open country. It's very, very quiet. At night, it's pretty dark. No street lights. Last week when we had the pink moon, it was pretty awesome. I took out the telescope and was able to get some really clear views of the moon. But very tranquil, and when you're going through the times we are, it's nice to sit back and relax. I'm hoping you're all taking time to do that for your own personal health and sanity, if nothing else. Hope you're all doing well again, and I personally want to thank all of you for the work that you're doing. Folks coming in every day, first and second shift, making do, putting on the masks and the gloves and sanitizing the facility and staying safe and making sure we're getting product out the door. And very, very grateful. And I hope to be back in the facility soon myself. I think these test kits that Brian has been able to procure, I think will go a long way in getting some of us back. So again, thanks to all of you. I look forward to seeing you, and as the French say, à la prochaine, which instead of saying goodbye, it's till we meet again. Take care.